Face masks like the cloth mask, surgical mask, and N95 respirator are a one-time use device. They are meant to be disposed of after a single session. When the mask is worn, foreign particles contaminate the outside of it, and when taken off, the inside potentially becomes contaminated. To avoid infection, it is not advisable to reuse the mask. Ideally, each day a new mask would be used. However, this would mean that you would need 5 masks for a work week, 20 or more masks every month, and over 100 throughout quarantine. This is not a realistic amount of masks for every individual to procure, so they must be reused. To avoid infection, foreign particles must be cleansed through a process called disinfection. For cloth masks, the CDC recommends you to clean them with a washer and dryer. However, surgical masks and N95s can often get destroyed or worn down when put in a washer, which makes them less effective at blocking out particles. Many professional institutions have begun using industrial-grade disinfection procedures such as heavy UV lights and hydrogen peroxide aerosolization. These methods are effective, but they are inaccessible to the average consumer and impractical for a single household due to price, size, and energy consumption. We have designed a household product that makes sanitizing a mask possible in a domestic environment. The Peroxifogger functions on the vaporization of household hydrogen peroxide to permeate the layers of a face mask and disinfect it in its entirety.
This device takes the form of a plastic container that is meant to be microwaved. Here is how it is used. Open the device and place the mask within the basket. Next, close and latch the lid. Next, unscrew the cap on the side and fill the outer shell with water. Do not pour water into the valve. Do not fill the outer shell to the brim, instead leaving some room for steam to build up. Screw the cap back on and place the device into the microwave. Microwave the device for 30 minutes with the valve in the open position. Once done, close the valve and take the device out of the microwave. Caution: the device should be boiling hot, so use precautions such as oven mitts when handling. Unscrew the cap and pour the contents of the outer shell out. Take water from the tap or refrigerated water and pour it into the outer shell. Screw the cap back on. Next, take the small vial and unscrew its cap. Pour hydrogen peroxide into the vial, once again leaving some room. We recommend commercially available 30% hydrogen peroxide solution. Exercise caution when handling hydrogen peroxide. Screw the cap back on and microwave the vial for 10 minutes. Open the cap on the main device and pour the water out. Take the vial out and unscrew the cap. Turn the main device on its side so that the valve is facing down. Screw the vial into the valve and turn the device back on its base. Open the valve and let the hydrogen peroxide enter the inner chamber of the device. If the steps have been performed correctly, the lowered pressure of the interior chamber should work in conjunction with the high temperature of the hydrogen peroxide to vaporize said hydrogen peroxide, allowing it to sanitize the mask thoroughly. To clean up, close the valve and unscrew the vial from the valve port. Then pour the contents into the sink and disassemble the rest of the product. Take the mask out and hang it to allow it to aerate out the lingering hydrogen peroxide.
Our plan to make this available to the public is to purchase a manufacturing plant that will mass produce copies of the prototype and sell them through an online retailer to the consumers. Hydrogen peroxide sold separately. Masks have become and will continue to be a necessity, but they are no substitute for social distancing and preventing the spread of the coronavirus. They are a utility that's best used when the latter is impossible to perform. I'm Carly Molsna.
And I'm Michael Leontiev, and we're Team 39 at the BME Virtual Summer Internship. Our product is the Peroxifogger.